everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an exciting video for you today because we're finally getting back on track with my what sold videos. So this video is going to go over June 19th through June 30th sales, which you think half of a month, gotta be a lot, but I went on vacation the very end of June, and so there's a few days that I didn't have any sales, but we're gonna go ahead and finish up June, and then later on in the week we're gonna get on to the first week of July and get us back on track finally. All right, so to start us off, June 19th, I sold 6 items. So first was this Patagonia men's yellow tank top. It sold for $18. My cost of goods was a little bit higher. It was $6 because this was a garage sale purchase where I just went to one garage sale this day, but she had a lot of higher end items, so the prices were a little bit higher. My cost of goods, like I said, was $6. And my profit ended up being $8.40, which I was still happy with. And it only took 12 days to sell, so quick flip. I sold this Torrid floral striped mesh kimono for $20. My cost of goods was $6.99, and I got it at a Goodwill. My profit was $9.01, and it sold in 33 days. So again, another relatively quick flip. A not so quick flip. I sold this American Eagle gray knit cardigan. It sold for $15. My cost of goods was 48 cents at the bins, and so my profit ended up being $11.52, which I thought was pretty good for an American Eagle item, but it took 251 days to sell. Then I sold this Free People orange pink button-up tie top. I believe there's a name for it, but it is escaping me right now. It sold for $35. My cost of goods was $2.99 at a Thrift Giant. So my profit ended up being $25.01, and it sold in 14 days. I also sold this Lululemon purple gray space dye pullover for $52 with a $1.50 shipping discount. My cost of goods was $8. This was also at the just higher priced garage sale. So my profit ended up being $32.10, and it also took 12 days to sell. And then to finish the day off, I sold this New Tags White House Black Market black skirt. It sold for $10. My cost of goods was 70 cents at the bins. Another very long sale. It took 278 days, but I made $6.35 profit, and I was happy to see it go. June 20th, I sold 2 items. First was this Athleta blue and orange swim pair of bottoms. They sold for $13. My cost of goods was 95 cents at the bins, and so my profit ended up being $9.10, and it sold the same day that I listed it. I also sold this A.G. Adriano Goldschmied pair of Simona Easy Straight Leg jeans. They sold for $30, which I believe was my full asking price. My cost of goods ended up being 94 cents at the bins. My profit was $23.06, and it sold in 32 days. So relatively some good quick flips, and then a few that took a little bit longer. June 21st, I didn't sell anything, but June 22nd, I sold 3 items. First was this pair of Gymshark black pair of tights. They sold for $22. My cost of goods was only $1.85 at a garage sale, and so my profit ended up being $15.75, and they sold the same day that I listed them. I also sold this Lane Bryant floral blazer for $26 with a shipping discount. My cost of goods was $5.24 at a Goodwill, and so my profit ended up being $14.06. Now there's a story behind this. This item, whenever I had shipped them out, 2 labels had gotten swapped on accident, and so it took a little bit for this item to come back, but the buyer purchased it again. She is a repeat buyer of mine, so I don't know if she watches my videos, but if you do, thank you so much for your purchase. So in total, it took 17 days to sell from the time I originally listed it to the time that she bought it and it finally got to her. Last thing I sold on the 22nd was this Neon Buddha gray jacket. It sold for $26. My cost of goods was $2.60 at a Salvation Army, and so my profit ended up being $13.40, but it did take 201 days to sell. June 23rd, I sold a total of 4 items, but 2 of those items were in a bundle. So that 2-item bundle was this Athleta Tara halter tankini. It was a really bright hot pink. I got it at a Goodwill, and it took 4 days to sell. And the other item was this pair of Keen's Girls pink sandals. I got it at a garage sale, and those only took 5 days to sell. So this whole bundle sold really quickly. I sold it for $35. My cost of goods altogether was $2.99. And so my profit ended up being $25.01. Now, when I originally messaged the buyer, she had only liked the Keen pair of shoes, and I sent her an offer, and she said, I may think about it because I did purchase these for my daughter from someone else, but it's been a week and they haven't shipped. So a few days went by. She also liked the tankini and bundled them together and sent me that offer, and said that the person unfortunately had never shipped, so she canceled that order, purchased them from me, and I got them out for her the next day. So sometimes it pays to have other people not ship their stuff. That day I also sold this Orange Theory gray splat tank top. It's like their logo. It sold for $15. My cost of goods was $2.99 at a Goodwill, so my profit ended up being $9.01, and it took 35 days to sell. And I also sold this Beta brand pair of black pinstripe wide leg pants for my full asking price of $60. My cost of goods was $6.99 at a Goodwill, and so my profit ended up being $41.01, and it only took 15 days to sell. And I was very thankful because the 5 resellers included this item in their community bolos on one of their more recent what sold videos. So I will I don't think I can link it up here, but I will link it down in the description box for you guys to go and check it out. June 24th, I sold 2 items. First was this Lane Bryant pair of boyfriend jeans. They sold for $20 with a $1.50 shipping discount, and my cost of goods was $7.49 at a Goodwill. And so my profit ended up being $7.01, and it took 50 days to sell. And then I sold this Athleta pair of Brooklyn ankle pants for $45. My cost of goods was $6.99 at a Goodwill, and so my profit ended up being $29.01, and it sold in 5 days, which I was pretty happy with. June 25th, I also sold 2 items. I sold this torrid gray skirt for $13. My cost of goods was $2.25 at a grad sale, and so my profit ended up being $7.80, and it took 239 days to sell. It was definitely an older style of skirt, and I just don't do well with skirts in general, but I was glad to see it go. And then I sold this Theory gray sleeveless top. It did not have a fabric content tag inside of it. I think someone had cut it out. However, it felt very silk-like, and I mentioned that listing that it felt that way, but there was no fabric content. It sold for $15. My cost of goods was $0. My mom found this, I think, at a Salvation Army, purchased it, and just gave it to me to resell. And so my profit ended up being $12, and it took 85 days to sell. June 26th, I sold a single item, and it was this pair of Eileen Fisher green casual pants. They sold for $15. My cost of goods was $4.99 at Goodwill, and so my profit ended up being $7.01, and it took 149 days to sell. I've been finding Eileen Fisher a little bit more frequently, and I find I do a lot better with the plus size items. This was a smaller size, so I don't know if that's just in general Eileen Fisher plus size just sells better for everyone, or if it's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. June 27th, I didn't sell anything. It was a no sales day for me, but June 28th, I sold 6 items. So first I sold this Silence and Noise, which is an Anthropologie brand gray dress. It sold for $15. My cost of goods was $4.25 at a consignment store, and so my profit ended up being $7.75, and it took 152 days to sell, so a little bit longer, but not as long as the next item. I sold this Kona Soul, which is a bathing suit brand, bathing suit cover up. I sold it for $10. My cost of goods was $1.75 at Goodwill. My profit was $5.30, and y'all, this took 334 days to sell. I was glad to see it go. I sold this Nike blue sports bra. It was new with tags, and I picked it up at the bins, but when I got home, I realized it was a girl's size and not a women's size bra, so I sold it for $13. My cost of goods was 95 cents at the bins, so my profit ended up being $9.10, and it sold pretty quickly in 10 days. I sold this Athleta blue paisley pair of athletic shorts. It sold for $20. My cost of goods was $2.79 at a St. Vincent store. So my profit was $13.21, and it was a really quick flip. It sold in 4 days. I sold this Spanx black body compression piece. It was kind of a stomach to short length. It sold for $15. I sold it for that price because there was actually 2 holes in the crotch area on either side, just where the, I think the, oh my gosh, what is it called? Stitching had come undone, but it was okay. I purchased it with some credit that I have at a local consignment store, so I attributed $0 cost of goods. My profit ended up being $12, and it took 56 days to sell. And then the last thing I sold that day was this pair of Nike Black Flare workout pants. Sold for $18. My cost of goods was 86 cents at the bin, so my profit ended up being $13.54, and it sold in 148 days. June 29th, I sold one item. It was this torrid floral georgette top. It sold for $18. My cost of goods was $0 because it came out of my own closet. And so my profit ended up being $14.40, and it took 85 days to sell. And then June 30th, the last day of the month, was the first day I had vacation mode on for, I believe, 3 or 4 days. So whenever you see next week's video, it'll be a little bit more than a week, but only by a day or two, because those first few days, I just didn't sell anything. It was on vacation mode, so we're also kind of lumping that together. But for the 19th through the 30th, I sold a total of 27 items. My gross sales was $588, and after cost of goods, Poshmark fees, any shipping discounts I provided, my net profit was $380.92. So we are now at the end of June with my sales videos, and so I'm going to give you guys my totals for June. June ended up being a really good month. It definitely was not my best month, which was the last month, May, but I still sold 85 items for the month. My net profit for everything, again, taking out cost of goods, Poshmark fees, all of that, was $1,328.84. And a really good thing, my average days to sell is gone down over the last few months. So this month in June, my average days to sell was 69 days, which was exciting to see because I've been in the 80 to 90 day range for quite some time, and it was just exciting to see a different number. So look forward to my next What Sold, because that's going to put us into July. July is starting off really good, just like June was. I haven't yet encountered the summer slowdown, keyword yet. We're going to try and not get there, but I hope you guys are having amazing sales, and I will see you in my next video.